Okay, so today we're going to be doing a yin session for our deep front chain and our superficial back chain. Okay, so similar theme for the meridians and the myofascial trains as what we rolled out yesterday. So we're going to start in a supported bridge. So have your props near you. And we're going to come onto our back. You'll need your pillows and blocks near you. So come onto your back. And if you've got a nice firm pillow, that's probably the best option. We're going to lift our bum, tuck it under as you lift. And the pillow is going to go right under your bum. So not your lower back, but lower down, under your bum cheeks. Try to roll your bum under, tuck your sit bones, and then land your bottom on the pillow. And then relax the legs out. Okay. Just check your lower back. It shouldn't be overarching or pinching. If you're feeling any pinch, then you can use your hands to push your spine up the mat a little bit. So you push against your pillow and slide your upper back up away from the bolster. That should give you a little bit of space in your lower back. And so the feeling is that the groin and the pelvis is the highest point here. And then let's release our arms overhead. Let the legs and arms spread a little. And then we'll start to ground here. Just allow yourself to arrive. Notice what's showing up right now. And just connecting to your whole body, the shape and solidity of your body. And sensing your whole body resting on the ground. Really recognizing the feeling and the support of the ground beneath you. Just noticing how it makes you feel to really recollect the earth, to sense it beneath you. As if you're offering your whole body up to the earth to be held. Complete freedom to the breath. The whole body softening to receive the flow of breath. Gentle, grounded breath. As we gently open our deep front chain, just really honing in on our resource of this solidity of our body. Our flesh and our bones are the earth element inside of our body. And so even connecting to the feeling of our flesh and bones gives us a sense of solidity and stability. So notice the earth in your body itself. And the feeling that comes when we notice our flesh and bones. When we connect to a sense of density and weightiness. And just feeling like you're in your safe and happy place. Lying in your safe and happy place. Take a deep breath in all the way down to belly. Inside out. One more time, like a big choo-choo train down to your belly. Big breath. And sigh it out. Gently we release our arms down. Let's slide our legs in. We're going to lift our bum, slide the bolster or pillow out. And we're going to hug our knees into our chest. Gentle rock from side to side. Just feel your back soften against the earth. Steady, solid earth, massaging your back. And we're going to take a big yawn and stretch on the ground. Reach out your fingers and toes. Reach, reach, reach. And sigh it out. And from here, we come into a half happy baby. So we're going to bring our legs together and our hands down. Our right leg comes in. And we're either going to take the big toe, see how that feels. If that feels a little bit hard to reach, you can also take your strap. So if the foot's a bit far away, strap is also available to you. And then we're opening the foot up to the sky, bending the knee so it comes under the armpit. So it's going right by your chest under your armpit, and the foot ideally pointing towards the sky. So either strap or finger grabs the big toe. Okay. Sometimes people feel a little bit of pinching in the groin. If that's you, you can find a little blanket or even your strap. You can fold it a few times if you're getting that funny groin pinch. And you put a little towel in the groin itself. So if you're getting any discomfort there, just need to fill that space with something. And then draw the shoulders down and soften in. And again, once you land, just pause wherever you are. And yin, we let go of striving. We don't try to go deeper in each moment. We pause. So wherever you land, whatever sensation is there, just pause with it and breathe. Letting go of doing, making way to perceiving and sensing. And here we can really sense what we're feeling in our body. Notice the sensations that might be there. So we're not, so make sure you bend the knee. We're bending the knee. That's the next pose. Your hands here. You can higher. Yes. That's it. So the knee is wanting to go right under your armpit. Don't open it too wide. Right into the armpit. And the foot to the sky. So there we go. If it's feeling a bit too deep, the other thing you can do is pop a pillow or a block under the thigh for something to lean on. Yeah, so if it just feels a bit too deep, you want to not go as deep, then you can rest your leg on a thigh. I'll show you what that looks like at home. So you pop a pillow or a block by your hip. Then the leg has something to rest on right under the armpit. Okay, that might feel a little bit better for some of you. Then observing the breath. Good. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Once again, deep breath. And sigh it out. Good. Now that same leg is going to come across. So you're going to bring the foot across to the opposite hip without turning into a twist. So the foot comes to the floor opposite the hip, as if it wants to stand on the floor next to the hip. So the thigh is going across your body. If you can, sink both sides of your pelvis down. If your foot feels a bit too far away from the floor and you need a pillow, you can pop the pillow there so it's not as deep. And then we're holding on to the foot and just resting here and feeling into our hip. And just let the belly breathe, breath landing down in the belly. Notice where you might be holding. We're letting go of any holding. And just that gesture of offering to the earth. Sensing our ground support. And just allowing ourselves to be fully held by this solid earth. Just gently observing oneself. And quiet self-observation. And seeing what parts of you have the capacity to release down a bit more. Where can you soften and melt into the earth? Deep sense of releasing down. Let's take a deep breath in. Sigh out. One more big belly breath. And sigh out. From here, we gently release the leg back up and then slide it down the mat. Just let it rest for a breath here. Notice the sensations drift and change. Give the legs a little roll, release. And then we come to the other side. So half happy baby with the other leg. Your left leg comes up. If you can, get the big toe, grab it. And we're bending the knees, okay? So don't do the straight leg, we're doing that next. So bend the knee right under your armpit and the foot facing the sky. Okay? And we go deeper by sinking the knee towards the ground under the armpit. If you're getting that groin pinch, go ahead and get a piece of cloth or your folded strap right into the groin space, just to create space. And you can also pop a block or pillow under your armpit for your thigh or your knee to land on. And just hug the knee right in rather than letting it splay out. Shoulders down. And then surrendering in. Once you arrive, just let go of the effort and the pulling and just pause. Yeah. Pausing wherever you are without striving. And just take to noticing what's going on inside of you. In Yin, we have a lot of time to inquire and to sense what's going on. Just sense where in your body you might be clenching or holding. We can invite those parts to soften down. Inquire into the freedom and flow of your breath. And can we soften and ground the breath? And can we inquire and notice what's showing up in our mind, our thoughts and our feelings? Just being with whatever's showing up. Less of doing, more of being. Let the exhale soften you. And like every exhale is a gentle release. Something releasing down into the earth. Take a deep breath in. And sigh it out. Once again, big belly breath. And sigh it out. From here, we gently release the leg and bring it across now. So the foot is going to come all the way across your body. Try and do that without rolling. So we're not twisting. We're just bringing the leg, the thigh across and the knee across. And then we're stomping the foot on the ground next to the hip. If the floor feels too far away, take your pillow or your block under your foot and let it land on that. We're feeling a little bit in our hip with this one. And we can hold on to that ankle. Relax the shoulders down. Your whole back resting down. Just notice what's showing up. Pause in your experience. And notice as we drop into stillness, what we can sense inside of us. Grounded presence with whatever's showing up. And catch any points of tension or holding, especially deep in the shoulders and neck, in the pit of your belly, between the eyes. And to see if there's something you can let go of in those hidden places. And take a deep belly breath. Sigh it out. One more deep belly breath. And sigh it out. From here, we gently release our leg. And just slide it down the mat. Let it rest and just sense the sensations shift and change. Deep belly breath. Inside out. Let's take that big yawn and stretch on the mat. Reach out your fingers and toes. Big yawn. Inside out. Good. Roll the legs if you need to shake it out. You can also use your hands to tap around the hip and thigh. We're gonna stay on the ground for two more for the legs. Again, we might need our strap for this one. So take your props preemptively to your right side. Okay, so we're gonna make a little bed potentially for our leg to land on the right side. So you can stack it how high you need. This will be for our second shape. And this time we're going to lift our right leg up, left leg slopes down. And either you take the big toe, keep the leg straight this time, and you pull it towards you. Okay, if that's a little bit far to reach, strap the foot. And this time we keep the leg long and draw the foot towards you. So both hands on the strap, or one hand if you're comfortable with that. The other option is to pop the loop. Yeah, so if you've got a loop in your strap and you prefer to grab that, you can hold on to the loop instead. Relax the shoulders down. And with the leg nice and long, kneecap facing you, you draw the leg in until you feel something in the back of the leg. Okay. And the temptation is to go deeper and pull and force it, but just come to a nice, comfortable place where you're not struggling and you're not wriggling with it. Yeah, so comfortable place where you can rest and observe. And again, just pause and do nothing. Sense what's going on inside of you. Notice what sensations are showing up. Notice any shifts in the breath, the present pattern of breathing. Just notice how the breath is a reflection of how we might be feeling right now. Just letting go of the desire to go deeper and just land where you are now. Letting go of effort. And just making space for deeper presence, grounded presence. You notice with time and space that sensations will shift and change. And with time and space, the tissues soften in their own time. Almost like you're watching the tissues releasing in their own time. Present and aware. Again, just remembering the earth holding you from behind. Allow yourself to fully ground into the earth. Feeling supported. From here, take a deep belly breath. Side out. Again, deep belly breath. And side out. Wherever you are, whether you've got your hand on the foot or the strap, we're going to slowly drop the leg out to the side. And here you want your bolster and your block right by your hip. And so we're going to let the leg come open. Take it with the right hand. And your left hand is on your hip, trying to keep the left hip down. And so let your leg land gently on the bolster or the block. And you can turn the head the other way. And if you can, keep the leg almost parallel to the hip, in line with the hip. Shoulders relax down. And just check you've got enough stack beneath you. You can always prop higher for the leg to feel more relaxed. You can just notice the subtle line of release in your body. Where can we release? Where are we holding? Just send your awareness to those places that feel like they're gripping. Send your breath to those places. And if we feel deeply, we can feel that soft breath expansion and release in those places we might be holding. And so allow that subtle breath to release those holding places. You're in your safe and happy place. Just picture exactly where that is and what it looks like. safe and happy place. Take a deep breath in. Side out. And one more deep breath in. And side out. From here, we gently come back to center. Good, and then release the leg down. Again, just let it land. Notice the feeling of your left and right leg side by side. Deep belly breath. Side out. Once more, big belly breath. And side out. Good. We come to the other side. So if you want, shuffle over on your mat, make space. Already bring your props over to the other side, where you think you're going to land your ankle. And so it's at the level of your hip. You're going to land your leg. And then take your strap or your hand. Then our left leg comes up. So either strap around the ball of the foot and then let it hang in. You can have it with one hand or two. And just check. It's better if you can almost have your hands dangling long. Yeah, so try not to almost, if you pull on the strap like this, it's a lot of effort. Yeah, so sometimes it's better just to have the arm straight and let it dangle down nice and long and relaxed. And then keep the leg straight, the kneecap pointing towards you. And we draw the leg in until we feel something in the back of the leg. Again, nothing too intense, just something that we can breathe with and just drop into presence with. Yes, you're holding the leg. Yeah. You're holding the leg as well, just with the hand. Just with the hand. Yes, the leg is relaxed. Try to relax the leg. So leg is relaxed. You're sort of holding it, suspending it in place. The more softness in the leg. Again, just notice what's showing up. What sensations are there to be felt? What changes in the breath are there to be noticed? And are there any areas of subtle reactivity in the body? Are we clenching anywhere that we can spot and let go of? Can we soften the space between our eyes, our head space softening, our eyes softening? And just really inviting space for the breath to enter down into the belly. In remembering not to pull, we're letting go of striving to go anywhere and just being where we are. Sensing what this moment feels like. Nature takes its own time and course. And sometimes it's just better to rest back and see what it does. It's observing the intelligence of your body and breath. It's being at a depth where you can really relax into presence. Grounded presence. From here, take a deep breath in. Side out. One more, all the way down to your belly. And side out. Very gently, we open the leg now to the side. So keep your right hand on the right pelvis, just to keep it grounded. And then we're landing our leg on the support, block and pillow. Make sure it's high enough to give you a sense of being held. And if it's too intense, just prop a little higher. It's better to have the prop closer to your ankle rather than the thigh. And then turn the head to the back shoulder and settle in. And again, just inviting that calm belly breath, space in your belly for the breath to enter down. Steady and grounded on the earth. Connect to that feeling of solidity at any point. If you're feeling a bit shaky inside, we just have to divert our attention to solidity, whether that's the flesh and the bones or the ground. And just to remember that that support is there in our experience. The feeling of being held. And the shakiness can be there, as well as the feeling of the supportive ground. The two can exist together. One more deep breath. Inside out. Once again, deep breath in, down to belly. And side out. Very gently coming back to center. Good. Slowly releasing our leg. Take a moment, let it rest. Take a deep breath in. And side out. Big yawn and stretch. Reach, reach, reach. Good. Relax. Let's hug the knees into our chest. Roll it side to side. For those of you at home, we have a big storm outside, which you can't hear because of the noise cancelling. So we're going to come all the way onto our side. Take a few moments to rest onto your side. Curl up into a little fetal ball and just get nice and cozy. Get nice and cozy on your side. And if you want, you can even grab the bolster and pop it between your legs, just for something to hug. So if you're feeling a little bit shaky, go ahead and hug a pillow. And just squeeze it in for a few breaths. And again, just connecting to the solidity of your body, the solidity of the ground. Take a deep breath in. Side out. One more big breath with your pillow. And side out. Okay. From here, we're going to come all the way onto our front now. So let's release our pillow onto our belly. Roll all the way onto your belly, and we'll just rest with our whole front body on the earth. Forehead down. Good, and just feel your whole breath against the earth. Solid, steady earth beneath your breath. And take a few breaths down to the belly. Big breath all the way down to belly. And slow breath out. One more of those big breaths all the way down into your belly. And slow breath out. And then from here, we lift our head and chest and bring our hands by our side, tuck the toes, and we push up and back into a little child's pose. So all the way back. And here we're going to tuck our toes under. So all of your toes tucking under. We're going for a little toe squat. So evenly spread those toes and then sit your bum back. So bum back to the heels. So the softest version is to come into a child's with your toes tucked under. And you can either stay here for a softer experience, or you can come up a little bit higher on your hands. So your bum can sit a little bit further back into the heels. Okay, that's another option. And if you want to go more intense, you can sit up and kneel. So you decide your intensity. And again, if this is too intense that you can't relax with it, then come forward. And just softening in. Again, just notice the present moment experience. Notice the sensation coming to you. And at the same time, notice your nervous system response to it. So that's the reaction of your muscles, the expression of your body, whether it's tightening or relaxing. We can also see our nervous system in the rhythm of our breath, whether it's getting jagged or shallow, or whether it's deep and slow. We can also see our nervous system response in our mind, and whether the mind feels tense or whether it's relaxed. And so according to what your nervous system is telling you, you can adjust in or out. So we're always helping to soften the nervous system response rather than keeping it stressed. Just a few more moments where we can really sigh out and let the exhale release any tension. Take a deep breath in. Big sigh out. One more big breath. And sigh it out. Gently we come forward. And let's peel the toes out slowly. Give them a little wiggle. Rolling the ankles. What's that? Huh? Okay, let me turn around so you can hear me. Okay, so we're going to come into one of the dragons here. Okay, so you might want to turn around and face me. Okay, so have your pillow bolster in front of you in the middle of your mat. Have all your blocks ready. If you have more than 2 blocks, that's even better. And we're going to come up on our pillow or bolster with our knees. Okay. Let's step our left leg forward into a lunge. Okay, and check that you've got a gap between your legs, that you've got a little space between your legs. And then hopefully you've got big enough blocks that you can stack them here. So if you've got nice big blocks, you can almost make a little seat right under this hip. So you've got to place it a little high if you need. And then we're going to walk the front foot forward, lift the pelvic bone up, pubic bone up, tailbone down to release your lower back. And then come forward. So without tipping or dropping, pelvis up, tailbone down. And we come forward. That's it. Creep your front foot forward so that it's always under the knee. Okay, and then land your sit bone as if you're sitting on the block. So it's on one side. So you're sitting on your block. Look behind you and just check your back leg is not rolling in. Yeah, so it's right behind you. And your back kneecap is facing down into the pillow. Okay, so you can have your hands here on the front thigh or on the hips. And again, just try it. If you're feeling anything in your lower back, tailbone points down, pubic bone up. And just lift the pelvic floor a little. So that's actually going to open the groin of the back leg a bit more and release your lower back. And let's soften in here. And the key is to actually prop your blocks high enough so that you're not struggling. Okay, you're quite comfortable here. You feel something in that back leg, but you're not riling. You're not riling in discomfort here. You're very comfortable. And then just drop into what you're feeling and sensing. Let the shoulders descend if they're hiking up. Pop the hands in a comfortable position and just rest them on the lap. The feeling of your legs grounding into the earth. Softness in your spine as it waves up. So grounding through the legs, lightness through the spine. Steady and stable. Again, just a soft inquiry into what we're feeling right now. How our body is responding. Where can we let go of those places that we clench and grip? And let the space come in. If there's any shaking, again, just notice that. And we're still here. We're not trying to go deeper. We're just present with where we are. What do you feel? You look beautiful. Softening in. Again, if you're feeling anything in the lower back, just let your tailbone find its way down. and your pubic bone up. Where in the lower back? When you tuck it?
Yeah.
Try your sit bones. Feel your sit bones tuck down. It should release the pinch.
But sometimes it sit on them.
It's better, yes. Yeah, so tuck your sit bones down or your tailbone down. Yeah. It should release it, no?
Yeah.
You feel more here in the groin, but you feel less in your back.
Right now, it's a lot in my back.
So you've got to lift here a little bit more. Yeah, lift the pelvic floor a little bit more. If you're feeling anything in your lower back, just draw the pelvic floor up, the pelvic organs up a bit. That's it. One more breath. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Again, deep breath in. Sigh it out. Gently we come forward. So land your hands down on the ground. You can slide your blocks out and then scoop back the leg. Let's spend a few breaths in child's pose. So just crawl back. You can rest your head on the pillow and soften down. And just invite yourself to ground again, connect to the earth and all things stable. Get down. Solid, stable earth. As if you're melting down. And take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Once again, deep breath in. And sigh it out. Slowly we come up. Let's come into tabletop. And if you need to wiggle a little, just have a little movement. You're going to rock the pelvis or circle the tail. Just releasing anything you feel to release. Good. And then we come to the other side now. So bring the knees back onto your pillow. And this time we come up and the right leg comes forward. So right leg comes forward into a lunge. Just check that your legs have a little gap between them. Take your blocks where you think you're going to need them. Stack them nice and high. So it's going to be your little seat under your bum cheek. Okay. Check your back leg is straight behind the knee. It's not rolling in. And lift and drop the kneecap at the back just to make sure it's straight down. So here, lift the pelvic bone up, pubic bone up, tailbone down. Lift the pelvic organs and the pelvic floor just to contain the spine. And then we come forward. So shift your pelvis forward without dropping it forward. We want to keep the back nice and long. And creep your foot forward under the knee. And then you want to land your sit bone right on the block like you're sitting on it. Rest the hands either on the thigh or on your hips. And settle in. Notice what you're feeling. If there's anything pinching in the lower back, tailbone, sit bones down to the earth, pubic bone up. Lift the pelvic floor. So lift the pelvic organs up and just have that little container to contain your spine. Your pelvis and heart face the front. Get then sinking in. I need a bigger clock. Remember that. 13. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . And so spot where you're gripping around the shoulders, neck, eyes. Let those spaces relax open. Let the shoulders descend. And let your belly breathe. And again, if you're feeling a little bit too intense of a sensation, feel free to prop up. Yeah. So better to be more comfortable than struggling, okay? And the work is to really notice what our body, breath, nervous system, mind are up to in any given moment. And we're self-soothing. Yeah, we're self-soothing our body, soothing our breath, we're soothing our nervous system. Here we go. One more. And soothing our mind. I'll go deeper. Use the exhale. The exhale is there to help you let go. A little bit of stillness goes a long way. Remember the ground is there, holding you up. Solid, stable ground beneath you. Just allow yourself to receive that solid support beneath you. Allow the lower part of your body to ground down. And the spine to soften up. A few more moments. Take a deep breath in. And sigh it out. One more big breath down into your belly. Sigh it out. Very gently coming down. Land your hands. Lift your bum. Slide the block out. Smile to the sensation as you come out. And let's descend into child's pose. Hug the pillow if you want. And let the breath enter down into your belly. Again, grounding with the earth. Sinking into the solidity beneath you. Now breath grounding down. Slow and deep into the belly. One more deep belly breath. Side out. And again, deep belly breath. And side out. We're going to come into a little dangling. Okay. So from here, let's come forward. Tuck the toes and feet under, and we're going to come to stand and dangle down. So we're going to bring our feet in. Bend your knees a lot. And then have your props near you. Okay, so you can have your bolster and props in front of you. And you can stack them. So we're going to dangle down. Thank you. Rest our crown of the head. So wherever your head is, the very crown of your head, if you want, can land on a block or on the pillow. And then your hands can land either side. You can stack a pillow under for your hands to rest on, or your two blocks. And then to soften this, we bend the knees. And to deepen, we lift the bum. Notice what your kneecaps are doing. If they're rolling in and you have a good sized block, you can pop a block between your knees so that they don't collapse. That's optional. Okay, so only if you feel like your knees need support so that the legs can be parallel. So the center of your knee is in line with the center of your ankle. So take that support if you want it. And we dangle down. Again, the block under the crown of head is optional as well. You might prefer just to dangle the head down to the earth. It's also fine. Right, surrender the back of the head and neck. You can bend the knees as much as you need. So the more you bend the knees, the slightly easier it is. And the more you straighten the legs, the slightly more challenging it is. So you can adjust. Pick the place that you can land in with a sense of ease, where you're not struggling. You can simply observe. Present and aware. As if you're watching your inner world of sensation, feeling, breath, and mind. And then take a deep breath in. Side out. Once more, deep breath. And side out. And slowly coming down. Let's bend the knees. Let's come back towards our child's pose. Let's take a wide child, so knees apart, feet together. Sink back. You can take a pillow between your legs and open your chest forward. Turn the head if that feels better. And just let the spine relax long. And let the breath flow. Again, just picturing your safe and happy place. You're in your safe and happy place. Just noticing what it feels like to be there. Deep breath all the way down into belly. Slow sigh out. One more deep breath all the way in. Sigh it out. And gently we come back. So rolling ourselves up. Good. And just let's slide the pillow in front. And we're going to flip around. Okay, so we're going to turn around and have a gentle heart opener on your pillow. So if you've got a nice long pillow, lay it down. If you've got two that you can stack in a row, you can do that. And we're actually going to lie with our heart here and our head and shoulders off on the ground, okay? So if you want to be higher, you can stack two pillows. That's also possible. And then we're going to get our bum up on the pillow. And we want to land so that our heart is here, okay? So the heart is going to land at the very top of your pillow. So the shoulders have space to go back and the head has space to go back. And then release the legs out long and the arms can go overhead. Yeah, so the top of the pillow edge is behind the heart. So we have a little back bend over our pillow. And just see how that feels. If one feels too soft, you can try two. You can also pop some small blocks under your pillow if you want to raise it up. And you can also have a block under the head if it's too intense. So Shafak, come a little bit higher. Yeah. So your heart is at the edge of the pillow. So it's more. So it feels like the heart is getting a good lift and the head is peeling back. Let the legs roll out. That's it, surrender in. And let the heart soften open. And seeing where we can surrender back. Fully receiving support of the earth. Your safe and happy place. Just notice what's around you in your safe and happy place. All the things that nourish you and ground you. All the beings that support you. In that warm and cozy space inside of you. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. One more deep breath in. And sigh it out. From here, we're going to gently roll to the side. Any side. And then just slide the bolster pillows out from behind you. We'll take a little twist. So come back onto your back. Stretch it out. Reach out. And then from here, open the arms in a wide T. And bring the knees up. And then let them fall to the right. So the knees to the right. We're looking over the left. And just a soft, surrendered twist. Receiving the ground. And one more big belly breath. Side out. And gently back to center. Other side. Just let the head turn to your back shoulder. And just let the exhale release. Release anything you want to let go of into the ground. Let it pour down with the exhale. One more deep breath. And then gently back to center. So the invitation for our final resting pose is to come into a fetal position. Okay? But you can choose any position you want. If you're feeling like you want a bit more comfort, pillow between your legs. And if you have a second pillow under your head, okay, you just get nice and comfortable. Or you can be in your classic Shavasana, in your back if you prefer. And if you could just intuitively move with your body into the most comfortable position, what would it be? You can wrap a blanket around you and curl up. And then just be in that comfort and that inner safety, as if you're turning in for the night. And just letting the day go. Letting our body go. Letting our breath go. As if it's all melting down into the earth. Becoming the earth. And just with that feeling of being softly cocooned into yourself. What it feels like to huddle in into a little ball. You feel the ground holding you. A sense of a solid support beneath you. And just remembering the earth is always there. Bringing a sense of grounding, steadiness. And taking a deep breath with the earth. And sigh it out. Once again, deep breath with the earth. And sigh it out. And just planting a soft smile in the eyes, in the face, in the heart. Soft smile in every cell of your body. Soothing, grounded smile in every cell of your body. And just saying a little thank you to all the things that support you, all your resources, family and friends and nature, and anything else you want to smile to. And take a final breath in. And slow breath out. And thank you very much for your practice. Namaste. Just take your time to come out of it. And remember, the ground is beneath you. You've done a lot of release work for the places we hold a lot of tensions around fear and anxiety. So it's normal to feel a little bit shaky. So just remember to earth and to ground, to lay on the earth, to breathe into the belly. And to just be that grounded presence with whatever shows up in the coming days. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. Yes.
That lunge that we did on the
Is that connected to the fight or flight?
Yeah, so the question is about the lunge that we did. Yeah, I would say we're doing a really deep opening of that psoas muscle. So it can really feel like a lot of anxiety coming up, a lot of nerves. Yeah. Even I felt a big heat wave doing that lunge. That's a sign that the nervous system is giving off some tension, whether it's a heat flush, shaking, just a weird quivery feeling. Yeah. That's why it's good to prop in the lunge. Yeah. You probably felt a little bit of that at home, maybe. Yeah. So that it's important to make sure you prop at the right depth so that it's a digestible amount of intensity. Yeah. Yeah. It's intense. Any questions from home? Feel free to unmute.
Yeah, so I had a question. So there were like many positions in which, like you can say, the leg was shaking. So of course that was weakness. I could understand one part. But there were times when I could not keep my legs straight and it was all bent. So does it matter? Like, is it mattering while the release is happening, the stress release, or because I could feel that pain, that tension in that particular area, even if it was not straight, it was bent.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. So the idea is that it's working towards straight, but if it's bent, it's bent. You don't force it. Like you go with whatever you're feeling. And if it needs to be bent so that it's not as intense, then let it be bent. Yeah. And it's with yin, I think people mistake the edge because we talk about this edge of sensation. It's not the edge of pain. If anything, I would say you should be well back from pain. You should be feeling some sensation, some sort of lengthening of the tissues, but it shouldn't be in the realm of pain, right? If you would describe it as pain, I would almost come back a bit more. So you wouldn't label that as pain per se. Yeah. So come back so that there's less intensity. Otherwise, the mind starts to race, right? And the breath starts to race. If your mind is racing, your breath is racing, and you're tensing your body, you're kind of a little bit too far into the intensity of it. So I would just peel back, maybe take another pillow, another block, for example, under for more support. And just go into the softer, the place where you can just be calm and present. Yeah. And then you increase the depth in that space of calmness and presence. Yeah.